respected him as an elderly person. I respected his office. He invited me, want to see a governor. Want to discuss with the governor, and the governor flew down.
I understand what happened.
And the governor flew down, and then all of a sudden you are now seeing members of the other party. There was no kind of language that did not use that day. I restrained myself. And I said, Didi, I least expected this. When he said, oh, you're sorry, then I laughed. So when you see this kind of things, you will not prepare yourself in a hey, so something, they're up to something.
But let me still revisit the question my colleagues asked, because I mean, we know how it works in this country. Have you heard directly from the president about this?
I have not heard anything from the president.
Have you sought to speak to him?
It is not easy to book an appointment. I get an appointment at that think that with Mr. President. But what's important is that there are those who are close to Mr. President that have reported the matter to. I have done that. I have written to so many people, I have complained orally to so many people. But you see, something keeps on telling me there's an agenda against River State. And so I said, okay, I have to defend my people, I have to protect my people, and I cannot be taken unaware in any issue.
Still talking security, there were several clips, videos, reports about there was a certain CD you kept on brandishing, saying you have certain information about meetings of the police on that video. Was there really anything in that?
Of course, seriously, there was. You think that the government can come to the public and say we have certain facts about the police? Just watch what is going to happen.
Are you going to play it?
Certainly, yes. So just
public.
We are just waiting for something to come up. We are going to play it.
That wasn't an empty CD.
What?
It wasn't an empty CD.
No, it cannot be. Okay, take for example, part of what in that video has to do with the instruction to the OC SARS, Mr. Hakeem Fakorede, who had threatened to kill me and that nothing would happen. I wrote to the IG. I know this Mr. Hakeem Fakorede. He was transferred out of this place after the match run based on what he did. You are bringing by this Hakeem Fakorede. This man will not help us in terms of fighting crime. We don't need this type of personnel here. I'm not going to choose who we are going to post. But having had that experience of the same police officer, please, we don't want him in this test. Send some other person. As I speak to you, the IG did not listen, did not even say, oh, I've seen your letter, but that's not the issue. Now, I'm just trying to tell you, part of what was in that tape was this CP's directive to Hakeem. And of course, he started it. Like I said, I showed you several things, and that is to tell you the country that we operate. And they come out on the pages of newspapers. Oh, police is ready to make sure that we're free and fair. Police is ready to make sure that the votes count. All these are fake. They're not serious. Now, let me tell you. I came out severally and I've read some names to members of the public. And it's part of the instruction in that tape. Now, look at Mr. Asita or Asita, former deputy governorship candidate of APC, had been assigned 10 men, SARS men, special anti-robbery squad.
How did you get this?
It's not important how I got it, it's not important. It's the relevance of it.
Because they could say that, well, this cannot be true.
Have they ever said anything is true? They have never said anything is true, but it doesn't matter. But let us tell the police. I'm calling the police officers who are in charge of this. Let them come out and deny. 10 men to Asita. And that is to be led by Inspector Segun. Senator Magnus Abe is assigned 20 men led by Sergeant Awa. The APC has an assembly candidate in Kana. 10 men led by ASP OK. The House of Assembly candidate in Eche local government is assigned 10 men led by Inspector Sondokere.
Have you confronted them with this?
This is their security arrangement, right?
You are assigning these policemen to APC candidates. Now, what of the ones, which one have you assigned to PDP candidates? What's the implication of this? What's the implication? To intimidate voters, to intimidate people, harass them. See where you have 20 policemen, and I don't have one. Well, what happens? Now, if you give her this number of policemen attached to APC,
Are you asking for?
why would I go and ask for that?
Are your candidates asking?
Why should they ask? Their business is to vote and go to their houses.
But Your Excellency, what do you say to those who say that they have this impression that you're inciting people to go out there?
What is
and be
inciting
violent?
people? We must let the public know what is going on. If that is an incitement, so be it. I owe the public the duty.
You can't be inciting people.
What is called incitement? What's called incitement? Define incitement. That I said, see what police is doing. That has become incitement. See what INEC is doing. That has become incitement. If I said it's for you to come out to say, listen, we have listened to a complaint, we have seen what you are talking about, but we can tell you this is not true. We want to investigate it. But you don't say anything.
But in the last couple of weeks,
Yes.
Let's go through security, some of the security statements you've made bordering on security.
Yes.
You've talked about how there have been attempts to kill you.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes, very true. I said I have written things to IG that the Stephen Hassel, Assistant Commissioner of Police, and OC SARS, Akim Fakurode, that these men have threatened that they will kill me, that nothing will happen. I wrote to the IG. I'm not saying I complain verbally. I said I have written to IG more than 4 or 5 letters. IG has never one day, as a governor of a state, at least, okay, nothing will happen to the letter. Let me reassure him.
Let me say something here. Sorry, Mark, but you know, apart from being the governor, you're also a lawyer, and you know the implication of dropping names on live television, because sometimes some legal issues just might emanate.
They can't sue me because they know.
Are you ready to own up to some of this?
I have told you that I have put it in black and white. It's not good of dropping names. I have put it in black and white, and I have written to the IG. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it because we are carrying on television. No. I have signed. But the point I'm making is that I'm not even bothered or intimidated by that. Because I believe that death can come any day. I cannot be afraid. At this level, nobody can intimidate me.
So that's the first one. You've talked about how there have been attempts to kill you. You buttressed that one. The second one, you said your police orderlies were withdrawn.
In government house, we used to have 250 policemen in government house. As I speak to you, not up to 50 in government house. So when I'm going out, how many will I go out with? How many will be charged of security for government house? As I speak to you, do you know that the CP cannot see me? If you want to see me, he will have to see me. Why? He will be transferred. As I speak to you, as the governor of the state, the CP will have to see me.
So you mean you don't have a problem with the CP directly?
Of course, he's working on the directive of people. I mean, look at the governor of the state. The CP cannot come and see the governor. You can't discuss with the governor. If you come to discuss with me, you'll be transferred.
Don't you have security meetings with security chiefs, DSS,
I have
police?
I have the army. Meetings. I have raised the issue several times before them. I have told the new GOC the other day. If I hate fair concern, the new GOC fair concern. That because he came in new. That he read this on the paper. I said, yes, see. This is the police. So it's not as if you are just sitting and you are just saying this as an allegation.
Did you hear the response of the Commissioner of Police? Because you accused the Commissioner of Police of having withdrawn your security.
Yes. Well, what do you
expect? The Commissioner of Police said that he's surprised.
Yeah.
I think that was the word he used. That he was surprised at your accusations.
Yes.
And that you had asked for more, and that was when he was not granted you. Or he said he had sent some. He had sent some, but not up to the number that.
I can tell you this. Let me tell you. I can tell you. You see, that's why we always let the public know. It's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. In fact, part of what was that tape, when the police was calling some of his police officers, why did they allow this to go out to the public? And the police said, look, we're not the ones. You don't expect that people have known, people reported the matter. Before we even blow it, they will.
So it's a
Do you expect the CP to say that he withdrew security officer from government? Did you expect that he should say so? What has he agreed? Do you know the amnesty program that when the police nearly frustrated it? The support was given to the army. What we have achieved in terms of amnesty, police nearly frustrated it.
So are you saying that there are certain arms of, the security agencies that are more partisan than others? Are you accusing?
You know, some of the element of discipline, kind of, in the army. It's not as if they may not be partisan. They will be partisan, but not too overtly. As against the system of police, you will know when they were being paid by federal government. They pay our salaries. I have no problem. My concern is, look, the president said this election should be violence-free. And I want it to be violence-free. Yesterday we were in the church, and I told men of God to pray. I've even declared a 3-day fasting in the state. That people should pray and fast for the peace, that this election will be violent. But the point of it, if I see things that are likely to cause violence, it is within my duty to let you know what you are doing could lead to violence. Take, for example, in a polling unit, for example, you storm a polling unit with security men armed, you chase away the people, I want to cut away the material with the presiding officers.
But people are not allowed to, to do that
That is what
on election.
That's what you are saying. People are not allowed.
Yes.
But when once what will you do? People are not allowed. That is what it's supposed to be. But is that really what on ground? They do it. Now, if you do that, you may get away in one polling unit. In general polling units, people may resist you. And you know the security agents. In an attempt to show that you cannot have the authority, will have the backing, and they shoot, and somebody dies. Now, what would they want to do? All the police will turn to say, somebody made an attempt to remove the materials. As he tried to escort, police shot. You are not there to give evidence. And you listen to the part of the police. So we now say, look, let's tell the public before anything happens. So nobody comes out tomorrow. Oh, Rivers State violent. Can that be violent when you want to have election free? And our own position is allow people to vote. At least for one, let us say, look, we are getting it right. If we did not get it right yesterday, most unfortunate, I had somebody on television yesterday saying that, I'm just saying it because when I was a minister, the federal might I have never used any federal might. I have never. They said we rigged the election in 2015. They sold that to their party. In March, Rerun, they said we rigged because Arase, as then IG, was appointed by Mr. Jonathan. But they had the president. You could not see how. Now according to them, now they've gotten the IG appointed by their own government. He must do what they say. I said, we have no problem. But what will be the consequences? The consequences are what we are trying to avoid.